everyone! Today we're creating this paper flower garland. To get started, take some black crepe paper and cut a rectangular shape just like this, and then cut slits down the one side. Once you've done that, go ahead and stretch it out a little bit, and then kind of bunch it together and glue it in place with hot glue. Next, take some purple crepe paper and cut a piece about this size. The sizes don't need to be exact, just roughly make it about that size. And go ahead and cut the corners off to make a rounded petal shape like that. And then stretch it out a little bit so it kind of becomes curved. Then we're going to glue it to this black center that we just created. And then repeat this process again with the second petal. Then glue it in place right next to the first one. Next, I repeated this with 2 more petals, so there's 4 altogether. And it should look like that. Next, I took some periwinkle crepe paper and I cut a little bit bigger rectangle, and I went ahead and cut the corners off of that to make a petal shape, stretched it out a little bit, and I glued it in place on the flower. And I repeated this again. And glued it in place next to the first one. And I repeated this 2 more times, so there's 4 altogether. And it should look like that. Next, I took some blue crepe paper and I cut a piece about this size, so it's quite a bit bigger than the other 2. I stretched it out to shape it into a petal and glued it to the side of the flower. Repeated this again. Glued it in place. And then 2 more times, so there's 4 going all the way around the flower. And the flower is done once everything is completely secured. Next, I'm going to start making the leaves. I took a rectangle of green crepe paper, folded it in half, and then cut half a leaf shape. And open it up and stretch it out a little so it's a little bit curved. And fold it down the middle. Next, take whatever length of ribbon you want to use for your garland. And I went about 6 inches from the end and glued a leaf, but you can space things however you'd like. Then I went 6 inches from the leaf and I glued the flower there. And you can attach the flower however you want, but I cut the leftover piece of paper that was on the bottom of the flower in half, and then I put glue on each of those halves and pressed it to the ribbon. Trimmed off the excess paper, and I decided it wasn't quite secured enough, so I just glued it down a bit better to the back of the flower. Now I repeated this process using 3 flowers and 4 leaves to complete the garland, and once you've done that, you're all done! Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.